My name is Carmen, and today we have a reading for you about somebody who has taken some time for themselves and kind of like regrouped. It's almost like we have a relaunch of a brand, but I feel like this is a person that, maybe people had kind of figured out or felt like they'd figured out, or this is what your life is going to be like. And then you surprise people. So there's a pretty significant pivot or a change in your life. It could be the end of a relationship. It could be a change in terms of how you make money or going back to school. But it has to do with you knowing yourself and knowing what works. And after months or maybe even years, we have more and more people noticing the differences in your personality and your life. People are starting to take notice. They're seeing that you've gone through a glow up or that you're much happier than you used to be. Hello, DFA. How are you doing? Hello, Key Controller. What's up? So I think we've got number one, some people who are really in admiration of you. And number two, we might also have some folks that have a little bit of a crush on you. But we definitely have people that want to be able to like take a page out of your book and reinvent themselves or find a way to do a pivot of their own. So you may be inspiring other people, but you're definitely getting some like people are interested in you. Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And happy Friday. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. Hello, Dwayne. How are you doing? Hello, Shane. Thank you, DFA. Likewise. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. If I said that too fast, you can find it in the description box, along with information on how to become a member if you want additional content, and also how to find my Etsy shop if you're interested in a soy candle. I make them myself and they smell delicious. And then I also added a video today with my new shirt that says Carmen believes in me because I do believe in you. But I figured it would help if you all could see me actually wearing it, and I kind of love it with the alien on it. It's just perfect. And that is also in the description box for you all. Well, good luck with that. I hope it goes well, Key. Let's dive in with the OG, the Rider Waite or the Waite Smith, and see what else we have for you. What else do we have? So I just made like brunch for myself and made, I found carnitas in the grocery store the other day. Fried that up, made some omelets, and then found some hot sauce that I forgot I had. And you know how like sometimes, well, like probably all the time actually, hot sauce just gets like hotter. I was not expecting it to be that hot, and I was like, it's still delicious. But it was a little extra spicy. Hello, famous Seamus. How are you doing? Hello, Ray. So we have the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Swords in the reverse with the Nine of Wands. So there's this expectation that people had that you were going to live your life in a particular way, and it feels like maybe some of you were a people pleaser. With that Nine of Wands, there was this expectation that you would do what people asked or expected of you. Maybe you weren't the type to have firm boundaries. Maybe people had kind of gotten used to the idea of you being like deferring to other people's decisions or not really being in control of your own life. But with the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, there's something here that you stopped investing in, or you might have had a little bit of a plan that nobody knew about. So maybe you were going to school and didn't tell anyone. Maybe you were saving some money and nobody knew about it. But there's a shift and you start this new chapter and people are kind of shocked. wow, I didn't know that you had started your own business, or wow, I didn't know that, at night you were going to school. But we have someone who now people are starting to realize had a pretty strategic approach to a difficult, stagnant chapter. So, whatever you have done, you weren't like out here bragging about it to people. It wasn't like plastered all over your social media. But now people are starting to realize that you did what you needed to. And this isn't just like one quick decision, it was a lot of time dedicated to this. But you didn't tell anyone. You got out of a difficult situation or found a better job, a better living situation. And now you've started to see things changing. This knowledge card, though, is a big part of it. You figured out what programs were available, or you figured out what would get you to your goal, and then you stuck with whatever that was. Oh, that sounds like a good time. I hope it goes well, famous Seamus. Hello, Kenneth. How are you doing? Hello, Aaron. Hello, Raphael. Hello, Jamike. Hello, Stay True. What's up? Yes, they do need protection, don't they? So we've got the Four of Wands, the Two of Cups, and the Queen of Swords in the reverse. I think there's someone who has a crush on you, but they feel like they can't say anything. This is someone who I think has kind of, how do I say this? The more they get to know you, the more that they admire you, but there is like competition showing up. So I think someone who has been closer to you but kept their affections quiet, they're now going to realize that there's other people that are interested in you. But you've raised to the level of Hierophant. People thought that you were just kind of like a doormat, or you did what other people said, and now you're your own boss, or you've, been able to become an expert in your field. There's success and like admiration because of what you've been able to do. You've turned around a situation that a lot of people just kind of get stuck in. This is the Santa Muerte. Hello, Lexi. How are you doing? I'm doing a general reading right now, Lexi, but I do personal questions at the end. If you'd like to attach your question to a super chat or donate a membership to someone else, I can add you to the list for that. Hello, CTF. How are you doing there? What else do we have? Nine of Wands in the reverse and the Lovers. This is somebody who's deciding it's time to take the risk and confess. I think you would have had some time on your own after a breakup, or someone is just super impressed with how far you've been able to take your goals, the hard work that you've put into your pursuits. It's got this person really impressed. We have the Seven of Cups, but they've been kind of hiding in the shadows. They haven't really been, they didn't want to distract. Santa Muerte in the reverse, Four of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Emperor in the reverse. But now there's concern. This person who's been kind of admiring you from afar, they're realizing that other people are noticing you. Other people are deciding to step forward and express their interest. And this person, I don't know that I'd necessarily say they're possessive, but I think they're protective of you. They're like, these like folks who haven't even really worked on themselves are trying to approach you and, wax poetic. but they aren't on your level. It's giving, oh gosh, what was the guy's name who was just like head over heels in love with Daenerys on Game of Thrones? Like the bodyguard dude. I don't remember his name, but it's that. It's and they wouldn't have been working as closely as those two were, but this is somebody who has seen the change that you've gone through. But I don't think they've made any kind of declaration of affection. This is somebody who has been a friend or maybe even was a coworker, and they've seen how far you've come. With this Hierophant in the reverse, they saw you, I think, kind of like at your lowest. And now they're seeing you as the Hierophant, the Hermit and the Hierophant. Earth energy. Very grounded, very stable, very able to bring about abundance and fortune for yourself. But also, you know what you're doing. Four of Cups, Two of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. This is like someone saying, okay, I've been there, I've been supportive, I've been a good friend, I've like watched you make these changes in your life, but I want to make sure you don't get caught up in a relationship with somebody who doesn't get it, someone who, you know, doesn't appreciate who you really are. Hello, Noxious. How you doing? That would be funny. All right, this is the Shadowscapes Tarot. What else do we have? Seven of Swords, Queen of Cups in the reverse, Ace of Cups in the reverse. So this is some... I heard the word tool. Some clown. Somebody who I think just wants to get close to you because they want you to make their life easier. So this is probably a person who thinks that you could pay their bills or make their life a lot easier. You could just, you know, clean up after them and pay for everything. That'd be great. Because you are, again, people are seeing you as the Hermit, the Hierophant. You're coming through as somebody who has their life figured out. Someone who has not got much figured out is approaching, and the admirers over here are like, don't you dare ruin your life by hitching your wagon to that. But how do they express that without sounding jealous? When the reality is, I think they actually are jealous. Hello, Giselle. How are you doing today? Hello, Stephen. Thank you, Priyanka. I hope you're having a good day. What does Umesh think about work and feelings? I imagine you mean about your work. And, all right, feelings. Awesome. I've added that for you. Thank you, Priyanka. I'm doing well. Thank you, Giselle. So the Hermit and the Hanged Man means, I think, whoever you are, yes, you are very intelligent. You've come a long way. You've gotten out of a difficult relationship or moved on from perhaps even a career that was a bit challenging or unfair. The odds were stacked against you, but you are on top right now of that Wheel of Fortune. And you apparently are a little bit indecisive where it concerns whether or not to invest with somebody who is not worth your time. And it's like this well, I would call them an admirer. They're over here like, no, No, don't do anything with that person. They're just going to ruin what you've been building, or this is someone who is not being honest with you. So they feel that this Hierophant individual, Hermit, has maybe not got the best discernment towards this. I mean, maybe it's a business partner, maybe it's a best friend, but it's someone that cannot be trusted. It's somebody who is dishonest. Page of Swords and the Five of Cups in the reverse. So we have someone who's going to communicate with the Hermit and give a little bit of additional insight. Here's what I know about this person, or here's what this person was saying about you that maybe you didn't know. And it's protective. It's, I don't want you to get involved with this person because they do not have the best of intentions. Trying to help the Hermit to avoid some sort of problem. The Star is the person who's protective of you. So they see what you've been able to build. They see what you have carved out for yourself as far as a new existence, and they don't want that ruined by this new association. You too, Erin. Hello, Delano. How are you doing? Hello, David. What's up? Knight of Cups. Eight of Swords in the reverse. And the Nine of Cups. I like you. Whoever you are, Hermit, I think this person comes around and says, hey, please just be cautious around that person. I didn't hear the best about their reputation, and I wouldn't want anything, you know, untoward to happen. And I think Hermit / Hierophant, whoever you are, I think you make a joke about whether or not this person is interested. Good for you. Maybe you know that they're actually like that they have a crush. Maybe you know that they are infatuated. But it's like, maybe I should just date you then. Right? Because I can trust you. Can't trust anybody like I can trust you. And I think that might cause this person to blush a little bit because they do have a crush. They do have a desire to be more than just a friend. Portal 39, originality, idealism, progression, opening and accessing. Progression, I feel like this is taking things to the next level. I trust you, so maybe I can trust you enough to date you. Ascension, transformation, end of cycle, beginnings, change, metamorphosis. I think this is someone who's moving from the friend category into the romantic interest category. Confidence, self-assured, passionate, self-worth, and vivacious. So a conversation about someone not really being worthy of being a romantic interest ends up with a confession from that person who's being protective. Yeah, actually, no, I am kind of interested in you. So now we have a new flirtation. Someone being upgraded from the friend zone. Hello, Joshua. How are you doing? Have a good one, famous Seamus. Hello, Nara. How are you doing? Potion, invigoration, empowerment. Someone feels empowered to confess that they have emotions. And I think it's just one little flirtatious comment from the Hermit. New ideas, hope, and open-mindedness. Like, hey, you know, you're right. I probably can't trust that person, but I trust you. So, like, what you got going on later this weekend? You want to go out? You want to take me out? Hedge, potential, boundaries, and indecision. So there's that indecisive energy we picked up on with the hanged man, somebody who was trying to figure out what to do about an invitation. They get this advice. I wouldn't trust that person. It seems like they're hiding something. And then the Hierophant's like, well, okay, so like, what about you? What you doing later? We have the Cauldron, creation, opportunity, and caring. Like, do you wanna throw your hat in the ring? Do you have any interests? You wanna take me to that show? Let's go. And now there's some sparks flying. Because there is chemistry. I do think that there is genuine interest and a desire to do right by the other person. Knight of Wands in the reverse. Four of Pentacles. Judgment in the reverse. So there's that rejection of the person who's not got the best of intentions, right? So Hierophant or Hermit, whoever you are, you're like, yeah, you're right. That's not really a good thing for me. But do you want to go out with me? I like it. You got some confidence here. Like, yeah, you're right. I probably shouldn't date somebody like that. I don't think I can trust them. But you're single, right? Hello, Suvu. How are you doing? Feel free to add your request to a super chat if you would like me to do a personal reading for you. Thank you, Nayla. I will add you to the list. We are about 10 minutes away from starting the personal questions. And let's see. I'll leave it blank for right now, but Nayla, if you have a specific question, let me know. Hello, Static. I start off with the general reading, and I'll switch to personals in about 10 minutes if you'd like to donate. Did I say hello to Grant? I can't remember. I know it was like literally just 2 seconds ago. Sorry, guys. Let me write down Luis. How's it going, Luis? Your new dog? Oh, congratulations. That's so kind. She's preggers. Yes, we shall take a look and see. Thank you, Luis. Well, I'm so glad that she gets to rely on you for that time. Hello, JCH. How are you doing? That's fair. Some people like the tea. What else do we have? We've got the Ace of Wands and the Hierophant. There's your energy again. So it doesn't have to mean that you have Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo in your chart, but it, at the very least, is hinting at the fact that you have stabilized, you have found the right path for yourself. And there are other people who feel like you could inspire them to make changes in their life. Maybe that is literally what you do. Little beacon of hope for others. But it also means that you have this ability to draw people in who might not have the best of intentions. And that's why you have this protective friend or admirer who's trying to make sure that you don't get, like sidetracked by a person who has mediocre intentions or even worse. So we have the Chariot. Because of this conversation, the potential for emotional intimacy between you and this protective friend all of a sudden is on the table. Now we have this person. I think you might say something first, but take it how it resonates. Now all of a sudden it's like, well, maybe I need to consider changing it from friend zone to let's go out on a date. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Hermit. It all starts with someone having your back. They want you to not have to deal with any drama with this toxic person. And it makes it real clear to you that you're talking to somebody who you can rely on and somebody that you trust. So does that mean maybe there's potential between the two of you? Posiblemente sí. What should we do? We're going to go with the Romance Angel Oracle. Should I tell that story or not? I think I'll elect to not. My favorite is Mr. T. Nah, you're all right, Nayla. We're still like maybe 8 minutes away from personal questions. We got keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. I feel like there might have initially been some reason why the two of you were not compatible. Maybe one of you was in a relationship. Maybe you've started to see more about this person than what you initially saw. But I feel a deeper appreciation for someone, and that's why there's this change from friend to maybe there's more. And I feel like whoever I'm reading for, you had a tendency to take in people who were codependent. Stop that. Look, it's nice to feel needed, right? It's nice to feel wanted. But I think part of the reason that you've come through as this Hermit Hierophant energy is because you've had to identify the behaviors that you enabled in previous relationships and like cut yourself off from that type of behavior. Not being a people pleaser, not staying in a relationship just because it's real difficult to imagine getting away from that person. There's changes here and they're important. Hello, Ghost. How are you doing? My soulmate is Chipotle. You funny. So we have a need to graduate from what you used to accept in your romantic life. And that graduation has helped you to realize the type that you were generally drawn to was a big old red flag. You straight up dated red flags. It's okay. It's okay. We've all been through that, right? Some more than others. But now you're seeing, as you let your friends help you avoid those kind of connections, that one of your friends is actually your type. Not the old type, the red flag type, but the good type. So now you're wondering, is it time to get to know this person a little bit more and entertain that option? And I think it's because you can tell that this is someone who genuinely cares about you and wants you to be happy. And it's such a departure from the toxic behaviors you dealt with in the past. So it looks to me like this is a good person to let out of the friend zone. Hello, Darnell. How are you doing? Hey, son. I'm not sure what we're saying there, but just want to make sure that we're communicating in English because I don't know if it's mean or offensive or against any rules. But I hope you feel welcome nonetheless. I just got to know what you're saying. That sounds pretty good, Darnell. So you've got a lucky break. Things are going in the right direction for you, but perhaps the love life is the last thing to get upgraded. And when you are doing well, when you are seeing success, sometimes you get more applications in the romantic department from people who just want to love bomb you. So it starts to feel like you need a fly swatter, right? But then you realize somebody has been, like, they've had your back this entire time, and they have the ability to make you laugh. And you're starting to see that what you initially thought was, you know, someone that you wouldn't see yourself dating, now you see that you're actually kind of attracted to this person, that maybe you were wrong. And everybody else seems to just be looking for some sort of situationship or like mediocre, like let's hang out for a month and then forget about each other. The person who's been protective, they've protected you against these untrustworthy energies. And yet they haven't been possessive. They haven't been creepy or weird. This is just somebody that I think you're starting to see in a different light. All right, let's get just a couple from the Voyage of the Soul, and then we're going to dive into those personal questions. Hello, Skull. How are you doing? Hello, Picture. What's up? Yeah, this is for people that are 18 or older. No children on my live streams, please. My content is not for kids, and all of my videos are marked as such. Polarity, contrast, resistance, pull, yin and yang, and magnetic. So because we have somebody who's gone through a pretty significant like change, right? We have the metamorphosis card. Now, whatever decision had been made, putting this person in the friend zone, is under review. It's like, actually, the more I think about it, the more I realize that's the kind of person that I do want to be with. And maybe I was just like not ready for that kind of love 6 months ago, a year ago, whatever it might have been. So there's a change and an appreciation for this friend that has had the Hierophant's back. That leads to a flirtatious conversation. Like, you're right, that person sucks. I don't want to date them. But the more I think about it, the more I think maybe you're who I should be dating. The more I think about it, the more I realize I have like feelings for you. So what do you say? A shift. And I think there are mutual feelings here. So I hope it goes well. All right, let's dive into personal questions. This is the Tarot of the Nile. Let's see what we've got for Priyanka first. Uh-oh. Like what? All right. So for Priyanka, what is Umesh thinking about Priyanka's work? What is Umesh thinking today about Priyanka's work? Ace of Cups in the reverse, Five of Wands in the reverse, Page of Swords in the reverse. There's some frustration here. A lack of communication, or it seems like something is taking too long. Four of Cups in the reverse. But it's like the comments are being held back. Why is Umesh not communicating? It's like I'm waiting to see if there's more before I react. But there is some dissatisfaction here. feeling like you've made the wrong choice or you have neglected to apply a restriction or a regulation. Why the Three of Cups? So we have someone who feels like you're using some strategy or maybe even a partnership that is not the best. Or you need to get a different source. So there's some critical energy here, feeling like you could do something differently. Is Umesh going to communicate this? No, I feel like this is someone who doesn't necessarily communicate as clearly as they expect you to communicate. Are there feelings, or what are the feelings Umesh has towards Priyanka? Wheel of Fortune, Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, Two of Pentacles. I feel like this is someone looking for a second opinion on something that you have recommended or done. This is somebody who feels like initially things were what they wanted, but now it's concerning. But it's like, I'm not going to tell you what's wrong. But there is a second opinion or someone else that they're working with. Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands in the reverse, Six of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, this is like you lost favor with this person, but they didn't tell you. Ace of Wands in the reverse. It's like you're not doing things the way that I want you to. Eight of Wands. What kind of communication? I feel like there's going to be an end to the professional relationship before you expect it. Because you don't get like the heads up. This is what's frustrating. So this is someone who is frustrated but not sharing their frustrations with you. And this is someone who feels like, I don't know if I can continue to partner. There's something here that they're not willing to talk to you about, but they're frustrated with. So you might be getting some weird, like kind of tense comments. But this is someone who doesn't apparently give you much chance to like respond to that. Hey James, what's up? I hope your Friday is going well. This is the Weird Cat Tarot. Did we get a specific question from Nayla? Hello, Shar. How are you doing? Hello, JL. I don't see a question from Nayla, so we're gonna do whatever comes out. Oh, yes, SEC. I don't know what that means. Oh, well, that's nice. Is that the question? Ah, okay. Can you check why? So why did we get rejection after a pretty positive job interview? Hold on. Excuse me. All right. Sorry that you went through that, by the way. What is the insight on Nayla's interview? Why did it seem to go well, but now we've got a rejection? Seven of Swords in the reverse, Five of Wands, Eight of Swords in the reverse, Ace of Cups. The person with the deciding power, so like the hiring manager, seems to disagree with others as to whether or not you would be the right person. So So we have mixed opinions on how your interview went. Wheel of Fortune, the World, and the Emperor. So is this somebody who already had a person in mind for what they wanted, like as far as who to hire? Yeah, I feel like this could be like I have to post this job, but I don't actually need to find someone. I know who I want to hire, but I have to at least show that I was willing to interview multiple people. So is this High Priestess somebody who was hired from within? I mean, they made a decision, I think, beforehand, but there's some like requirement, like I need to show that I considered multiple people, but I know who I want to hire. So it's kind of looking to me like you would have had kind of a small chance of getting the job because there was already somebody that they were looking at, this magician. So this feels to me like don't be too harsh on yourself. There's not a lot of room for success when they've already like decided who they want to hire first. Will there be a chance to get another interview with this company? Yes, I do feel like it's a good idea to leave things on very good standing with this employer. I do feel like they're going to reach out again, or you're going to see another opportunity. In fact, yeah, if you do a follow-up, highlight that you would love to be considered for future options or future opportunities, but I do feel like there is still a chance you would be hired by this company. There is also a chance that this person that they want is not going to work out. So it could be that this exact role is posted again in the next several months. But yeah, I still feel like there's an opportunity within this company and they do like you. Dang. Yeah. So I would say don't give up. Try to stay positive. Make sure that um, that you're making it clear if you're available. Because I feel like the person that they've decided to go with might end up not being a good fit. Yeah, I feel like there could be maybe they even lied about something on their resume, but I feel like the person that they end up hiring, they may have to hire for that role again because it's not a good fit. So don't give up hope. I do feel like there's another opportunity for you with this particular employer. All right, let's see what we've got for Luis. Luis has kindly adopted a pregnant dog. Love that. Thank you for taking care of animals. What does Luis need to know about the new dog, Minnie? What does Luis need to know? We have the Lovers, the Page of Wands, the Five of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. You picked an excellent time to be there for this dog. I do feel like you're going to get quite attached. I do feel like this dog may have been in an abusive situation before. I can't remember if YouTube gets mad at me for using that word. I do feel like there was an issue here with like kind of some bad memories. But I feel like your dog is quite resilient. Knight of Wands, King of Wands. Yeah, I think you're going to bond relatively quickly. And I feel like you might keep one of the puppies. Emperor and the Knight of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you're going to end up keeping Minnie and maybe one of the puppies. But this is going to be someone who helps you to level up even more. You were meant to take on this responsibility. We have the Hierophant in the reverse and the Seven of Swords in the reverse. This pet is going to help you with being honest with yourself about something in particular. I think in terms of what you invest in, because you have this responsibility at home, so you're not going to be wasteful with your time. Like, yeah, I get it. You guys want me to go to this happy hour, or you want me to do this thing. Nah, I've got a responsibility at home. So, very good for you. See, Temperance. I feel like you're going to end up having 2 dogs. But this is good for you. It helps you to have more peace. Even though you'd be like, well, there's going to be like puppies and stuff. I feel like you're going to have so much happiness as a result of this dog. Okay, I'm curious though, because I feel like maybe you've known each other before. Have Luis and Minnie been around each other before? Yes. This is like a homecoming. This is not the first time that you two have encountered each other. This is someone who's been very faithful to you in a previous life. But I feel like you were peers in that life. Like best of friends. So this is going to be a really good thing for you. See? I told you. Looks like your old dog Tito. Yeah. No, y'all used to be good friends. You're gonna be so happy that you picked up Minnie. I'm very happy for you. It's true. Let me add that for you. Luis, thank you for being so awesome and taking care of a dog in need. Appreciate you, and it's going to be blessings on your house. All right, let's see for Nayla. What is coming in for love for Nayla, please? What is next coming in for Nayla in love? The Chariot. Temperance in reverse. Strength in the reverse. Ace of Cups in the reverse. Seven of Swords. Well, you got a fly swatter because you're gonna need to swat this one away. You got someone coming in quick, coming in hot. And this person is not working with the best of intentions. Strength in the reverse. This is someone who does not have self-control. I'm picking up specifically that they have a bad temper. But this is someone who's dishonest. Is this an ex? No, this is someone new. Yeah, this person has a temper. Initially, they're going to be more like pacified. They're going to be calm. They're going to show you like the good side, right? But I think you've got other things you need to focus on. 8 of Pentacles. And this is somebody who is a distraction. And they have not done the work on themselves that they need to. Sun in the reverse. They are not enlightened. So when you see signs of somebody having anger issues or not taking accountability, remind yourself that you are too old for this ish, right? You do not need to be going backwards in love. You do not need to be dealing with this person. You have graduated to a new level in love. Do not dare go backwards, right? So this person might remind you of an ex. They're going to be really good looking. Might be difficult. But being hot is not an excuse for being a bad person. Being ridiculously good looking does not make up for having a lack of like respect for others around you, right? So this is saying do not invest in this connection because they need to work on themselves. Aw, you're the best. Thank you, James. Would you like me to pull some cards for you? You let me know. Yep, good. So do we have some good energy coming in for love as well? We do. There's someone here who has gone through the dark night of the soul. This person has lost, I think they've been stolen from, or they have had to like give up an old life. They might be a little bit broke right now, and they're working on saving up money or starting a new chapter. Yeah, this person's going through it financially, but this is someone who you are going to get to know. Is this like within the next 6 months? Within the next year? Okay, a little bit sooner. More like within the next 4 months. This person is figuring out their finances first. They don't want to get into a relationship before they have more financial stability, but once that happens, then they feel more confident pursuing something, and that's when you're going to hear from this person or when you meet this person. But right now they're working on that financial stability. Hello, Carrie. No worries, James. So there is someone good here. They're not quite there. Emperor in the reverse. They're about to level up, but they want to get their money right first. And when they do, then you hear from them. So make sure you've got your side of the street all cleaned up, right? Do you have the things that you need sorted? Have you forgiven the people you need to? Have you let go of the connections that are no longer serving you? Because I feel like timing is going to be perfect on this with this person. Could be Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. Lots of earth energy. But this would be someone who's very different from the kinds of people you've been encountering in your dating life. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. Thank you for hyping if you're able to. And I will see you on the next reading.